Okay, we're back. Still get those 5 warnings. I pasted it again, but we're going to carry on. Go ahead and save each one. Notice the yellow then turns green once it's saved. And once you make a change, that line will turn yellow because it's not saved yet. Save it again, and it turns green. Pretty cool. So you get to see what was changed and not saved pretty easily. All right, so we have our template. We know about the main components of our template. Obviously, we don't mean to be ARM template experts by now, but what you should have gotten is so far is that little button in Azure allows you to. Oh, I went back too far. Allows you to create the JSON and then the components of a template, parameters, variables, resources, and outputs. And there's a template file and a parameters file. So, how do we deploy this VM? That's a great question. Let's type in a password here. And we'll find a way that'll make us prompt with the password. But we're not going to get that fancy today. So let's do a password of PASSWRD @1234567. That should do it. Save it. And so how are we going to deploy this with PowerShell? We're going to go to PowerShell. If you haven't logged into your subscription, this will be a good command to run. It'll prompt you with your sign-in information. I'm already signed in, so I'm going to hit the X. I'm going to clear my screen here. And here's the command we're going to run. It is called new Azure RM resource group deployment dash resource group name. Give the name of the VM. And I think when I ran this earlier, I used a different name. So I'm going to hit dash name and hopefully, resource group name. ARM template VM, and then the template file, which just might be a different name now. So I'm going to use a little help, and I'm now calling it the VM portal JSON. And of course, we now know there's 2 files for every JSON deployment. Then we have a template file. So we got to specify that one. And there it is. You'll see, let me just go back for a second. You're going to see a second. This is for our next lab. So I'm ignoring these on purpose. And there's that one. So, our basic command, resource group deployment, the resource group name we want it deployed, the template file that we created with the path, and the parameters file. That's all there is to it. So pretty cool. Is there any other parameters that we could use? As job, which is pretty nice. Mode, force, what if. As job, as you don't know, usually PowerShell runs one at a time or asynchronously. If you use as job, they'll run as a batch or in parallel. So there's my line. I'm going to hit this. And if everything goes well, it should create a VM for us. It was invalid, cannot be deserialized. Error converting value password to type. All I did was retype this command. So let's see what happens. Go back to PowerShell. Run it again. Same thing. Message deployment admin password is null. Ah, yes, it's null. So that is true. Let me go back here. And I want to put in a password. Type. Ah, look where I'm at. I'm right in the parameter section. Let me show you what I did, just so you know. I'm doing a lot of stupid things. Big delay here. It should give me a drop down right away. It was slow before. There we go. We got the drop down. Finally. Then we should get a drop down again. Waiting. TY, we're still waiting. Still waiting. Come on. There we go. Secure string. Okay. Thing looks good there. I need to go to parameters. Change this from null to password @1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now we should be cooking. Whew. Crazy. All right, let's clear our screen. Now let's run the VM or the command, and you can see it's cranking away. There's one difference is, remember when we did this with VMs or PowerShell, pure PowerShell code running in the ISE, we got like a little status bar. You get none of that when you're in JSON. So we just get a blinking cursor till it's all done. So I'm going to pause. All right, outstanding. You can see our VM was created pretty easily. Of course, the downside here is if we ran this again, we would get an error because it tried to create the VM speed ARM VM1. I believe, real simply, we could just go to our template file and find speed VM1. Let's make this a 2. I'm doing this ad hoc and thinking it through my head. Oh, let's change this as well. Now, of course, we could always make these variables so the 1 would change each time it ran. Or, as you'll see when you're running through Visual Studio, you're prompted for the parameters. So I made that a 2. And let's see. I think that should do it. I don't think anything else has to be unique. Oh, this has... Oh, no, it should be able to go in this... Can it go in the same? I think it can. I don't see why I can't use that same network security group there. So let's go back to our... Here. Run it again. I think we'll be successful. Now, of course, we could have save that parameters file as number 2, and then copy this command, make it a new line, and then change this to put a 2 there. If I lost you, we'll do that again. We'll do that real quick for the third one. You'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to pause the video again. Let this complete. Okay, so now we have 2 VMs. Let's take a look at our portal. And we'll do a refresh. We're missing VM number 2. So what didn't go right for us? Oh, we got an error. Failed with the message, error. network interface, resource. So, got to change the network interface name as well, looks like. So, yeah. So, I'll do my example I was talking about earlier that I was going to do for 3. So, network interface here. We'll just put a 2 in front of it. All right. Now I think we'll get our VM. I'm going to pause. Okay, we got a message. This time looks a little better. We got a 2 in the IP name. And no nasty looking errors I can see. Let's go look at our portal. And do a refresh. And there we go. Yeah, so in the future we're going to create better ARM templates, which allow you to create multiple VMs a little smoother. This is one way you can do it pretty quickly. You know, just go back, change it to a 3, save it, run the same line again. 4, do the same line again. A little better than Portal, but we'll get to the best solution soon. So I hope you found this video useful, and looking forward to watching the next ARM template VM.